Hello.
Testing.
Hello. Is it work? Is it work? Is it working? Sorry.
Test, test.
Good morning and welcome to our KTJ Primary Speech Day. My name is Miss Michelle and I will be your MC for this morning's proceedings. For anyone still wishing to view our program for event details, please scan the QR code displayed now to access this. A big thank you to our performers who have entertained and shared their talents with us this morning. Nicholas, Yunha, Veronica, Siyu, Zishwen, Chu Yi, and Han Wen. We have an exciting morning planned ahead for our inaugural Primary Speech Day. Our esteemed guests will be arriving shortly, and so before we begin, could I please ask for your cooperation in ensuring any mobile or electronic devices are either switched off or now on silent mode. A few other housekeeping notes before we begin. Our speech day this morning will be live streamed on YouTube. This will be available to watch on our KTJ YouTube channel following the event. We also have official photographers to capture this morning's performances and presentations. So could I please ask for your cooperation in remaining seated throughout this morning's presentations and not standing or coming forwards to take your own photos or videos during the event. All of our official photos will be shared digitally with parents and families next week. Following our ceremony this morning, there will be a photographer positioned by the photo booth in the foyer for prize winners and their families, or for any groups wishing to take pictures utilizing the photographer's expertise or with your own devices. For anyone needing the restrooms this morning, our student facilities are clearly labelled on each side of the foyer, with individual facilities for adults also labelled on the doors on each side. In the event of an emergency, we will assemble on the field opposite our auditorium, so please be sure to cooperate with our staff and follow any instructions shared. Could I please ask you to now stand for the arrival of our respected guests, Young Amit Mulia, Tunku Dara, Tunku Tan Srinakia, Binti Al Maham Tuanku Jafar, and remain standing for our national anthem, Nagaraku, and our school song. Thank you. You may now take your seats. Thank you to our primary head prefects, Hannah and Daisy, for raising the Malaysian flag during our anthem. Tunku Dara, Dr. Glenn, honoured guests, parents, teachers and students, welcome to College Tuanku Jafar's Primary Speech Day for 2023. We will begin today's ceremony with a Doa recital by Magat.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the world. Peace and blessings upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions and for those who followed his example till the judgment day. Allahumma ya Allah, on this blessed morning, in conjunction with this speech day, we beseech thee and are grateful towards you in favor of all the infinite blessings to us, your humble servant, to live a safe and a prosperous life. We seek your blessing for the flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to steer clear of events that would be detrimental to the progress of this event. Bismillah. ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Thank you, Magat. I would now like to invite our Head of Primary, Mr. Chris, to the stage to address the audience.
Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Dara Tunku Tan Sri Nakia Binti Almarhum Tuanku Jafar, Dr. Glenn, SLT members, our guest speaker, Ms. Sarah Twan, parents, KTJ staff, and of course, our incredible primary school students. A very warm welcome to our first ever primary school speech day. Today, we're coming together to celebrate and acknowledge the wonderful achievements of our students and celebrate so much of the learning that has taken place this year. Before this, I'd firstly like to express my thanks to Tunku Dara. We truly appreciate you joining us this morning, and I hope you enjoy it very much. Speaking of the morning, I think it's fair to say that we're all going to feel a huge sense of pride as we celebrate the children's successes. They will also be leading today. They will be delivering powerful messages, messages that give us an opportunity to reflect on how we can both serve our local and wider communities, and even better in the future. Personally, I'm standing here today filled and bursting with pride. I've reflected upon the incredible efforts, the positivity, and the learning that has taken place throughout the year. Our students have demonstrated resilience, adaptability, thoughtfulness, and a genuine thirst for knowledge. Their commitment to personal growth and academic progress has indeed been inspiring. In what will likely be the first of many today, I'd like to invite you all to give our students a resounding round of applause for all their efforts this year. And as we applaud their achievements, we should also recognise the diverse range of skills that our learners have developed over the course of the year. From problem solving and critical thinking to teamwork and creativity, they have been honing these skills within the classroom and beyond. The children have not only grown academically, but are also becoming well-rounded individuals, equipped with the skills and understanding to navigate the challenges of the future. Looking ahead to these challenges, it is essential that we introduce our students to some of the wider issues facing the world and instill in them a sense of responsibility and global awareness. This year, we have embarked on an exciting journey to learn about the UN Sustainable Development Goals. These goals, with topics ranging from eradicating poverty and hunger to ensuring quality education and clean energy, serve as a roadmap for a better future. By learning about these goals, our students have gained a deeper understanding of the issues facing our planet and the vital role that they can play in creating positive change. Shortly, we will hear from our guest speaker, someone who knows firsthand the transformative power of education and the impact it can have on shaping our lives. Our guest speaker is none other than a graduate of our very own primary school, and she has gone on to achieve remarkable success, becoming an inspiring role model for our students and our staff. Their journey from this very stage to where we are today is testament to the incredible possibilities that lie ahead for our young learners. Thank you all once again for joining us on this great occasion, and I look forward to addressing you all again at the end of the ceremony, and I'm sure you'll all be sharing the same sense of pride that I've already mentioned. Before then, we're going to embark on a journey of learning to help create a better future and a brighter one for us all. Enjoy the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. It is my privilege to introduce our guest speaker for this morning, KTJ Primary Class of 2016 member, Sarah Tuan. Sarah joined KTJ Primary in 2014 and has just completed her final examinations as an Upper Sixth student at KTJ. Her interests and expertise in biology, chemistry, physics, and maths, alongside her extended project qualification, have set her in good stead with an offer to study biomedical engineering at University College London next year. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Sarah.
A very good morning, Tunku Dara Tansri Nakia, Dr. Glenn Moody, our head of primary, Mr. Christopher Davis, esteemed guests, teachers, parents, and fellow students. I'm honored to be standing here today to witness the first primary speech day, as well as appreciate the many achievements of our bright students of KJ Primary School. Though it has been 7 years since I've graduated from KJ Primary, I still hold those memories dearly and cherish the friendships that I've made since then. From the days of chasing my friends to the playground and playing the sandpit, to completing my IGCSE examinations, and now my A-level studies, my time in KJ Primary has undoubtedly been the best years of my 10 years in KJ. I pondered for a long while of what words of wisdom I should leave with you, and I thought it would be fitting to share with you what my Year 6 teacher, Mr. Matthew Furness, told me as I left the gates of primary school to venture to secondary school. He told me, "Don't go changing." With those 3 words, he sent me off to my school van with a bright smile on my last day of school. And at the time, I sat in the van for a long while, trying to decipher what he meant. And although I'm still young and have much more to learn and grow, I would like to think that I'm finally starting to understand what he meant 7 years ago. As this year's theme is about United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, you may wonder how those words fit into the picture of progression and how we have to change ourselves to help the world evolve to a better place. What I learned in KJ Primary School laid the foundation for what my principles are now today and how they will continue to grow in the future. Learning social responsibility starts at a young age, and I believe that all of you in KJ Primary have the tools to become these socially responsible people in the future. Primary school for me was a simplification of what I experienced in secondary school. So let me share 3 things that I have learned and what you can do till now till you leave the gates of primary school. 1, you should never stop asking questions. Curiosity is a gift, and especially now as some of you will be endeavoring onto new adventures. The hunger of knowledge should be something that is kindled and maintained throughout your lifetime. To learn more about others and their livelihoods and cultures will help you become a more empathetic person. And with this, you will have sowed the seeds to solve multiple United Nations goals, such as the gender equality goal and the Reduce Inequality goal. 2, to keep recycling, reducing, and reusing. As I was a prefect in KTJ Primary, I remember having a lot of these recycling competitions, and admittedly at the time, I thought it was pointless. That was until Greta Thunberg's campaign started the global shift towards sustainability. And now those small habits that I started in primary school made me more aware about my habits now and started to make the small changes in my daily life to help the cause. Bringing attention to materials that cannot be recycled, learning to repurpose them had nurtured the foundational critical thinking skills that I needed to help me solve cases currently and may help you in the future to help solve the climate crisis. These small changes will help you pull your weight in achieving the sustainable development goals that concern the environment. And 3, exploring and learning about yourself. My ambition throughout my time in primary school, even until now, have never stayed the same. I had always been a dreamer with many dreams. And my teachers in KJ had always cheered me on to pursue those dreams. Stumbling as you navigate through life makes your journey towards your goals ever more fulfilling. And maybe one day you'll have dreams to help the world become a better place, just as I have dreams to better the world through healthcare after I leave KTJ. If you are to take one thing away that I've said today, it is don't go changing. From Mr. Matthew, my inspiring figure of my Year 6 classroom of 2016, to you, the batch of 2023, I pass these words on to you so that you may one day inspire and pass these words on to others and make an impact to the community around you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, for your inspiring words. It is wonderful for our youngest learners to hear how ambition and drive can help pave the way for future success, and how our years in primary really can shape our future. We now move into the first section of our award presentations. These awards look to recognise students who consistently demonstrate our primary learner characteristics. These important dispositions reflect the type of learners we aim to develop at KTJ. From our youngest learners in nursery through to our Year 6 students ready to transition to secondary, these characteristics are embedded in all that we do, both inside and outside the classroom. Our primary learner characteristics of adaptability, communication, cooperation, inquiry, morality, resilience, respect, and thoughtfulness set a strong foundation for students as they progress through the school and on to the world stage. I would now like to invite our assistant heads of primary, Mr. Dan and Mr. Matt, to the stage to present these awards. In Year 1, our Learner Characteristics Award recipient is Ashlyn. In Year 2, our Learner Characteristics Award recipient is Jovine. In Year 3, our Learner Characteristics Award recipient is Rainier. In Year 4, our Learner Characteristics Award recipient is Ethan. In Year 5, our Learner Characteristics Award recipient is Yunha. In Year 6, our Learner Characteristics Award recipient is Han Shen. Thank you, Mr. Dan, Mr. Matt, and congratulations to our award winners. It is now my pleasure to hand over to some of our primary students who over the course of this morning are going to share with us their learning and experiences from our Saturday enrichment program this year. Please join me in welcoming Anagia and Holly to the stage.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to take you on a short journey through our Saturday enrichment days. Over the academic year, we have had the opportunity to explore some subjects different from our usual curriculum, subjects that connect us to the wider world.
Behind me, you might have noticed the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We have used these goals as a centerpiece for our enrichment days over the course of the year. These goals have been designed by the United Nations as a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future, something we all need to focus on.
But why, might you ask, are we learning about them? At KTJ, we are learning to be better global citizens, and it is vital we understand and are aware of a wider world and the place we have in it.
These Sustainable Development Goals address the global challenges we face, including poverty, inequality, climate change, and environmental degradation. As the young people of today, the more we learn, the more action we can take to secure our future.
A small change can make a big difference.
Our first stop on this journey is Sustainable Development Goal number 3, Good Health and Well-Being, where we take a look at the importance of sleep, a healthy diet, and medicines, and how medicines affect us in different communities.
I enjoyed investigating what salt does to your body with a potato experiment and found the importance of sleep. Really interesting too. Hey Mihao, do you know how many hours of sleep children like us need?
Maybe 7 or 8.
No, children like us need at least 9 to 12 hours of sleep at night in order for us to grow, to repair, and make sure we can concentrate and us.
Wow! Who knew sleep could do all that? My favorite part was definitely about medicine. As one of my favorite Swiss physicians once said, medicine is not only a science, it is also an art.
Why do you think he said that?
Well, with medicine, you are dealing with precious human beings, their bodies, minds, and souls. During this section, we learned that over 2 billion people on the planet do not have access to the basics of medicine. This is called the access to medicine issue. This has led us to further discussion on the ethics of access to medicine.
Ethics. Did someone say ethics? We thought about ethics in a variety of issues in our second enrichment day. Reduce inequality. We discussed what equality, sameness, and what equity, fairness really mean. Key Stage 1 looked at the difference between wants and needs and how life can be different for different children in Malaysia.
My most memorable part of the day was learning about a life of refugee. We looked at a case study outside a boy our age, and how he had to flee his home country of Myanmar to come to Malaysia to escape persecutions. This highlighted reduced inequalities among other countries, and I really had to think what is fair and honest.
We also looked into understanding the power of our words in terms of gender equality. I could not believe the rights and benefits men had over women in the past, and to this day, and I am really pleased that this is something we are all continuing to work towards.
We also had a chance to think more deeply about diversity here at KTJ. We are lucky to have such a unique and diverse community, and this should be celebrated.
Thank you for listening. We will be back shortly with more insights to our exciting enrichment days.
Thank you, Anagia, Holly, Mihal, Adrian, Rushwan, and Tarini. It really is wonderful to hear our learners speak about these global issues with such confidence. We will now move on to our next award presentations. These awards recognise the academic progress and achievement of our KTJ primary learners. It is with great pride that we shine a spotlight on the efforts of all of our students this morning, who have approached their lessons with curiosity, dedication, and resilience. This is also an opportunity to commend our passionate teachers, learning assistants, and support staff for their tireless efforts in supporting and challenging all of our learners throughout the course of the year. I would now like to invite our Assistant Heads of Primary, Mr. Matt and Mr. Dan, to the stage to present these awards. In Year 1, our Academic Achievement Award recipient is Ru Chi. In Year 2, our Academic Achievement Award recipient is Jared. In Year 3, our Academic Achievement Award recipient is Angel. In Year 4, our Academic Achievement Award recipient is Mishka. In Year 5, our Academic Achievement Award recipient is Run Lang. And in Year 6, our Academic Achievement Award recipient is Hannah. Thank you, Mr. Matt, Mr. Dan, and congratulations to our award winners. I would now like to welcome to the stage Cicely, Charlie, Krishav, and Jensen, who will guide us along on the next section of our Saturday Enrichment Program presentation.
Antonio Guterres, the United Nations Secretary, once said, "The global climate fight will be won or lost in this crucial decade on our watch. So let's fight together and let's win for the 8 billion members of our human family."
Wow, powerful words, wouldn't you say? And we also learned some powerful information during our Climate Action Enrichment Day. During our assembly, we carried out a nativity where one team of students represented the Earth's atmosphere and one team represented greenhouse gases. The Earth's atmosphere team blocked the greenhouse gases team, and this explained how climate change worked.
Human activities are increasing the amount of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, heating up the earth and causing climate change, which causes droughts and flooding. Something we all know too well in Malaysia. Rising sea levels, heavier rainfall, and stronger storms are affecting our country as we know it.
This Enrichment Day gave us the opportunity to understand different climates and weather patterns around the world, and discuss the consequences of drought and flooding, their impact, and more importantly, what we can do to try and reduce them.
As determined and resourceful learners, we explored different ideas on how we can make a difference, from ensuring less food waste in our canteen to understanding different and more sustainable energy sources for our homes.
On our fourth Enrichment Day, Life on Land and Life Below Water, we learnt about the effects humans have on our biodiversity.
Biodiversity means the different kinds of life you can find in one area, from plants and animals to microorganisms like bacteria that make up our natural world.
Pollution and overfishing, to name but a few, are causing major threats to life on land and below water. I understood that poaching could harm animals, but had no idea how agriculture, illegal logging, and even the decline of soil health had such a big role. If one thing goes wrong, it sets off a chain reaction, like a domino effect.
As a fish lover, I found it really interesting how we learned about sustainable fishing and the different impacts of different fishing methods on our environment. We even got to try out some different fishing methods ourselves to demonstrate the issue of bycatch. There are so many ways that fishing industries can ensure we are more sustainable, from the types of net use to even the time of day they fish. All these ways help prevent overfishing.
We also learnt about bees and the effect they have on our environment. Did you know that over 1/3 of the world's food production depends on bees?
Wow! Who'd have thought that this tiny pollinating creature would be so integral to our survival? It may be small, but it sure is mighty.
We'll be back soon with the final part of our Enrichment Day journey.
Thank you, presenters. Throughout the year, our learners have been cooperating together to earn points for their houses. At KTJ Primary, our 4 houses are aptly led by our Year 6 house captains. I would now like to invite Mr. Dan back to the stage alongside our student house captains to reveal our overall champion house for this academic year.
Wow, I'm going to try my best to speak as well as some of our students here, which have been thoroughly impressive. So at KTJ, we believe in nurturing a sense of community that extends beyond individuality and beyond the classroom. We want children to know that they belong to something bigger. And we are proud that our house system allows us to start this understanding. Our 4 houses, Hibiscus, Frangipani, Orchid, and Rafflesia, are each named after magnificent Malaysian flowers. These names symbolize the growth and blossoming that our children experience as they're on their primary journey. We believe in recognizing and celebrating the outstanding efforts and achievement of our students, and so we award house points to children who exemplify our school values and learner characteristics. We also award house points through house competitions, such as sports days, swimming galas, reading prose competition, to name but a few. Each week, our house captains gather up our house points from each class so that we can see which house emerges victorious for that week. And you'll see firsthand in a second just how we reveal these results. And I'm sure you'll experience the excitement that it brings. At the end of each term, we then collate these scores to determine the winning house. Each term, the winning house is rewarded with a house treat. And so far, this term, we've had a house barbecue and pool party, and we've also had a pizza making experience chosen by our house captains. Today, we eagerly anticipate the crowning of the house champions for term 3. But first, we must reveal the house points from last week so that these can be added to term 3 scores. Good luck to all the houses, and I would like to take this opportunity to applaud every one of you for your outstanding contribution to the house and also to the school community. Okay, so this week's house points. 1 point will be awarded to Orchid House. And this is a significant result because they were currently leading the term's points. With 2 points, an average of 4.71 house points per pupil is Frangipani, a few gasps. Having 3 points awarded to their termly total, with an average of 5.22 house points per pupil, is Hibiscus, meaning that the full maximum 4 points that will be added to their term 3 total for this week is Rafflesia. Now we will reveal how these points have affected the term 3 overall leaderboard. Here we go. In 4th place, with 16 points and removing their ribbon from the house trophy, is Rafflesia. Finishing in 3rd place for the term, with a total of 23 points, is Frangipani. And as you can see, it's incredibly close between the top 3. And these places have been changing throughout the term. And when we reveal these in assembly, you can hear the gasps and the cries of the children as we reveal them. So, in 2nd place for term 3 on the house point totals is Hibiscus. Meaning the winners for term 3 and those that will go on the house treat next week is Orchid. Well done, everyone. Congratulations, Orchids.
Thank you to Mr. Dan and our house captains, and a big congratulations to Orchid House. I would now like to introduce Anagia, Yunha, Runlang, and Veronica, who will share the final section of our Saturday Enrichment Day program.
During our penultimate Enrichment Day, we thought carefully about what it means to be sustainable. Thinking about responsible consumption and production means that we can take real action, that we can think about the choices we make and how they benefit the world around us.
This day was all about making good decisions, and we learned about fast fashion and the effect this has had in our environment. Did you know that globally 1 garbage truck of textiles is filled or burned every second? That is a lot of clothes we do not need.
KS1 learned about recycling material and using it responsibly. And KS2 explored where our clothes come from and how they are made. Did you know it takes over 10 meters squared of land to just make 1 pair of jeans? I know I will be making more sustainable fashion choices in future.
We also investigated where food comes from and researched the problem of food waste. In one of our classes, we got to eat an apple.
An apple? Why just an apple?
Well, this encouraged us to try and actually reduce food waste. You know, buying smaller apples if you can't finish it, making the apple into something else, like adding it to a smoothie.
I see. So we can practice this with all types of food, making sure we eat the food that we need, save what we don't eat. Maybe even make our food into something else, or compost our food to grow more food, just like we do in our KTJ garden.
During our final enrichment day, we discussed topics such as child labor, sustainable tourism, and even modern slavery. We explored case studies into why some countries have child labor and learned that often child labor is the consequence of unfortunate circumstances, such as illness or death within low-income families, or sometimes it's intergenerational.
Empathy is one of our school values, so we had the role-play task of making caps. Depending on the quality and how many we made, we were paid. Sadly, we did not get much money at all.
Although this was not always an easy topic to discuss, having a glimpse into how it might be like not to go to school and be treated unfairly has inspired me to become a more determined and curious learner and feel grateful that we get the opportunity of education in Malaysia.
Another topic we focused on was modern slavery, how some industries do not pay their workers fairly. To trigger the discussions, group created a supply chain for nasi lemak. Some students represented farmers, bosses, or shopkeepers.
This allowed us to understand where the money goes to in the production of something like a nasi lemak, and in the production chain, some bosses paid the workers too much and some too little. That allowed us to understand where the money goes to when we actually pay for something and who the money goes to and whether it is fair.
During our next section, we look at the negative impact of tourism.
Wait, but tourism is going on holiday. Surely it's meant to be fun?
Of course, who said tourism wasn't fun? But did you know that tourism accounts for over 8% of greenhouse gas emissions? The need for sustainable tourism is on the rise. Thankfully, Malaysia has an abundance of natural attractions that have many places that lend itself to be more sustainable tourism.
I enjoyed creating our own sustainable holiday superheroes. Did you know that there are many ways you can be more sustainable during your holidays?
Yes, simple things such as picking up litters on your hikes, supporting local businesses, and using your reusable water bottle can have a positive impact of tourism.
Exactly. And speaking of tourism and holidays, sadly, the time has come to end our journey through our enrichment days. We hope we have given you an insight into all the wonderful discussions, ideas, and activities that we took part in, and hope it has encouraged you to make more informed decisions in your daily life. Remember, a small change can make a big difference.
Thank you. Could I please invite all of our Enrichment Day presenters back to the stage? Thank you to our student presenters who have highlighted the importance of some of our United Nations Sustainable Development Goals covered in our Enrichment Days this year. And a big thank you to Ms. Simi, who has worked with our students to put together this morning's presentation. Thank you. Thank you, presenters. You may make your way off the stage. I would now like to invite Tunku Dara to the stage to present our final rounds of awards this morning. Our first presentation is for our Junior Sports Award. KTJ has a proud sporting tradition, and this award recognises the effort, resilience, resilience, and sportsmanship demonstrated by our learners. After a phenomenal sporting year representing KTJ in both under 9 and under 11 events, our Junior Sports Award winner excelled with both individual and team successes. An incredible performance in the inter-house cross-country claimed a record for one of the fastest times across the whole primary school. This form continued to the Ames cross-country, where she secured the silver medal from a field of over 200 competitors. This success has then been transferred to outstanding performances on the track and athletics during our mini Fabicia and school sports days, securing an impressive haul of medals for both track and field events. In addition, our Junior Sports Award recipient has represented the school admirably in bench ball and football, contributing to the under 11 successful Ames season, securing a place in the final. This success is a credit to her determination and continuing effort and commitment during lessons and practice. Alongside this, her support of fellow teammates and opposition players and respect for coaches and officials embodies our KTJ values commendably. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Junior Sports Award winner, Mia Rose. Our next award is the Tunku Imran Sports Award. Following on from our junior category, the Tunku Imran Sports Award marks the outstanding contributions to school sports at KTJ Primary by our students. Our recipient this morning showcased his basketball talents by guiding KTJ to the final of the Ames Cup. His outstanding performances on the court were recognised and earned him the invitation to join the under-13 basketball squad in the secondary school. These sporting achievements extended to the swimming pool, where he has consistently delivered remarkable performances, most notably during our recent Fabicia competition in Thailand, where he left a lasting impression in the pool. In addition to these achievements, our award winner has played a pivotal role in our under-11 football team's success this season. They triumphed in our mini Fabicia football tournament and clinched the Ames Football Cup final, followed by a strong performance leading them to a runners-up place in the Fabicia Games held in Thailand. Alongside this, he has made valuable and significant contributions to both our T-ball and athletic teams. This success is a testament to his commitment and dedication across all whole school PE and ECA programs. As a real team player who humbly goes about his business while supporting and encouraging his teammates, it is a real privilege to award this to someone who constantly demonstrates integrity, empathy, and mutual respect at all times, and is a true role model to all of our KTJ students. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Tunku Imran Sports Award winner, Benjamin. Our next award is the Junior Creative Arts Award. This award celebrates the application and effort of our learners in the field of creative arts. We are proud of the holistic education offered at KTJ, and it is wonderful to see the vast number of students taking on the opportunities and experiences available to them, developing their own passions and talents through different extracurricular activities, competitions, and performances. Our next award recipient ensures creativity flows into every element of her learning. She is a natural-born artist and shows care, precision, and passion in all of her creations. Admirably, she always offers to help other students, lending a hand to teach them new artistic techniques to improve their own works. In addition to this, she is a member of our school choir with Miss Kelly and thrives in Mr. Sazali's music lessons. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Junior Creative Arts Award winner, Iris. Our next award is the Tunku Dara Creative Arts Award. Following on from our Junior Creative Arts Award, this category celebrates our extraordinary learners who have left their mark on our school through their creative talents. Our recipient this year has showcased her creative abilities as a member of our prefect team, leading initiatives with dedication and applying her creative thinking skills to solve problems and devise fresh solutions together with the team. They have also mesmerized us on the stage, guiding us along on a time-traveling adventure, bringing the lead character to life in our Key Stage 2 production of The Keymaster with her captivating performance. In the classroom, our award winner diligently works to produce writing that creates a clear image in her reader's mind, actively responding to feedback to make improvements in her own writing and making it very hard not to read on to the end. In art lessons and creative ECAs, our recipient leads by example and ensures she tackles all tasks with a creative flair. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Tunku Dara Creative Arts Award winner, Hinako. Our next award is the Student Leadership Award. There are many opportunities for our primary learners to hone their leadership skills in guided and practical ways. From Year 1, students take on the challenges of leading our sustainability initiatives as part of the Eco Warrior team, or by working together to make KTJ an even better place by collaborating on our student council. Alongside this, positions for library and ICT monitors help students develop their leadership qualities as they approach Year 6. In their final year of primary, our Year 6 students have the opportunity to lead bigger teams as house captains or prefects. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our student leaders this academic year who have all worked hard to ensure the continual development and progress of KTJ Primary. Our recipient of our Student Leader Award this morning has taken on the challenges of leadership admirably. In her role as head prefect, she has gone above and beyond to lead the prefect team, designing creative solutions to issues, carrying out responsibilities with a maturity beyond her years, and always being a role model to other students, both inside and outside the classroom. Through her caring and conscientious manner, she has ensured all our primary learners have the opportunity for their voices to be heard and has liaised well with a range of different staff. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Student Leader Award winner, Daisy. Our final award this morning is the Tunku Nakuden All-Rounder Award, which celebrates general excellence across all areas of life at KTJ. Our recipient for this award joined KTJ in Year 1. Throughout his time at the school, he has demonstrated our values in every aspect of his schooling. Academically, our award winner has gone from strength to strength, applying thoughtful curiosity in every subject, and always looking to learn more or dive deeper into topics. His resilience was especially noteworthy as he overcame the challenges of the pandemic from outside of Malaysia, but still kept up to date with live lessons and schoolwork for a prolonged period of time. Holistically, our winner has made the most of the opportunities available to him to fully embed himself at life at KTJ, always pushing himself outside of his comfort zone. From performing at talent time competitions, being a core cast member in the production, to being a key team player in the Fabisia Games in KTJ represented in Thailand, our recipient has continually challenged himself to develop in all areas. Alongside these accolades, our winner this morning is a true role model through his supportive, respectful nature and compassion with which he shows his fellow classmates. Also, the caring manner in which he welcomes new students into the KTJ community and the pride with which he represents himself and our school. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Tunku Nakuden All-Rounder Award winner, Han Wen. Congratulations to our award winners, and thank you, Tunkudara, for presenting these prestigious awards. I would now like to invite Tunkudara to share her thoughts and warm wishes for the primary school.
Distinguished guests, Dr. Moody and Mr. Davis, Chris Davis, teachers and students. Thank you very much for inviting me here this morning to the first speech day of College Tuanku Jaafar's primary school and to present the awards. I'm very pleased to be here and to meet you all this morning. I'm very impressed, and it's wonderful to see the learning and the students being taught not just in the classroom but also outside the classroom. And this is part of the education that we in College Tuanku Jaafar are proud to offer. Sustainability is important for the future. And I'm glad to see that the students are learning to be responsible global citizens as well as future leaders. I am told that they are also taught to make a difference in themselves and to educate others, especially their families and their communities, to make more responsible choices. I'm pleased to hear that our guest speaker, Sarah Tuan, also was in KTJ right from the beginning in the primary school, and now she's an upper six in the secondary school. I think that is quite an achievement to be in College Tuanku Jaafar for nearly 10 years. So well done, Sarah. This is, I guess, due to our education in the primary school that has given her this excellent platform for her to further her learning future. So congratulations again, Sarah. I would also like to congratulate all those who received their awards this morning. I'm sure they really deserved it, and looking at them, they do deserve it. And I enjoyed how they spoke on stage as well. To memorize all these things is not easy. I guess as we get older, it becomes more difficult, but when you're younger, it's probably easier anyway. But I take my hats to you all. You all did a marvelous job on stage, and all those who deserved the awards, well done. Next year, I think the primary school are going to be quite excited because they're going to celebrate their 10th year anniversary. So we're all looking forward to that. Anyway, for all those who are going into the secondary school, I wish you all the best, and I know that you will be having a good time and you will enjoy yourself in the secondary school. Once again, thank you very much for inviting me here this morning to meet you all. I hope we meet each other again soon, and I've enjoyed myself this morning, and I do hope that you have as well. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Tunkudara, for sharing your insights and inspiring words with our audience this morning. As we approach the end of this morning's proceedings, I would now like to call upon Mr. Chris to give his closing remarks.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree that has been a fantastic morning. And as we're getting towards the end of our first speech day in the primary school, I just want to take a moment again to say a huge thank you for everyone for joining us today. Your presence and support really are going to make this a great occasion and have done already so far. Our students, what can I say? You performed amazingly well. You spoke with such confidence and poise that it really was an inspiration. So well done to all of the students once again. Now today, as we're celebrating the achievements of our young learners, we also need to remember the greater purpose, and I hope people will leave our event today with that message inside with them. It's crucial that we continue to strive towards the UN Sustainable Development Goals. By understanding and actively working towards these goals, our students will become agents of change, shaping a better future for all. At a recent conference that I attended in London, I listened to Lord Jim Knight. Lord Jim Knight is the new chairman of COBIS, and he's a prominent figure in the UK education. And he was discussing the future of children's learning moving forward. One of his comments that resonated with me, and particularly with the learning that we've been doing this year within our community, was this. He said, "We must stop asking ourselves what sort of world will we leave for our children, but what sort of children are we leaving this world?" Now, I'm not sure if they were Lord Knight's exact words himself, whether he thought of them, but I thought that was a particularly powerful message. And it's something that I think, having listened to the students here this morning, I'm sure that you all agree that our KTJ students are going to be equipped and are well on the way to understand the knowledge and what is needed to promote a fairer and more sustainable world. We're refocusing on our event this morning. To all of our award winners this year, congratulations. You've shown great dedication, perseverance, and your outstanding achievements is a well-deserved recognition of all of your efforts this year. Your accomplishments serve as an inspiration to your friends and a testament to the endless possibilities that lie ahead. This goes to all of our students, whether you've been an award winner or not. We are all immensely proud of you every single day that you come to school. I want to make sure that we recognise the achievements of everybody. Everybody has played a huge part in making this such a successful year. We have an amazing community of young people, and we really hope that you enjoy the opportunities available to you, both inside and outside of the classroom. From sports events to singing competitions, talent time performances to residential trips, you should all feel proud of what you've achieved this year. Congratulations to you all, and I'm sure you'll all continue to thrive next year at KTJ. Now, as Tunku said, next year is an exciting year for us. We will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary in the primary school. We plan to mark this milestone with a range of different activities and events that celebrate the journey we've been on over the past decade, but also looking at what's in store for the next. So watch this space. I'd also like to extend a special word of thanks to all of the parents and family members within our community. Your unwavering support and encouragement and partnership throughout the year have played a crucial role in the success of our students. Your involvement not only enriches their educational journey, but it also fosters a strong sense of community within our school. We're deeply grateful for the commitment to your children's education and for being our valued partners in their development. I'd also like to take this moment to pay tribute to our Parent-Teacher Committee, who have again worked tirelessly to lead and coordinate a number of events this year. We've enjoyed the return of special events such as the Deepavali Disco, our Christmas and Chinese New Year celebrations, and our Mini Fabisia event. These are always a great way to connect as a community, and we hope to continue these next year. A special thank you to Ivy and Jason, our PTC coordinators, for leading a new and exciting team of parent volunteers, and thank you to everybody who's been involved in that body. While I'm on the PTC, I would like to send a special message of thanks to Val. Val, who many of you will know, has been our treasurer for years, and it will be Val's last year with the PTC. We've already seen her son Benjamin on stage receiving an award. Val, thank you so much for all of your work. And even though your children have, or by the end of next week, will have left the primary school, you know you'll always be welcome back to us. Thank you, Val. To our staff as well, I'd like to recognise all of your hard work, the skill and dedication that you've put into everything this year. Without you, the children would not have had such a rich experience at KTJ, and speaking as both a parent of the school and head teacher, to you all I say thank you. I'd also like to recognise the hard work of other staff who, without their help, we would not have been able to host today's event. There's so many people, but I'd like to say a special thank you to Miss Panita and to Miss Toria for all of their help. It's also the time of year for some of our primary school staff to leave for pastures new. Soon we will bid farewell to Miss Lucretia and to Miss Samantha, and I want to take a moment to highlight their fantastic contributions to the school. Their dedication, passion, and tireless efforts have made a significant impact on the lives of so many students. We thank them for their commitment and wish them and their families all the best for the future. In addition to this, I'd also like to pass on our warmest wishes to Miss Michelle and to Mr. Neil as they prepare to embark on the journey of parenthood. We're all very excited for you, and although I'm sure none of us are going to be envying your late nights and sleep deprivation through the holidays, I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic journey and you're going to be great parents. So good luck to Michelle and to Neil. Finally, thank you again, Tunku, for joining us today. We're so grateful for all your support, and long may it continue. So this morning, we've celebrated and heard so much about the learning in the primary school. Our goal as we move forward is going to be to continue to nurture and inspire our students, empowering them to become empathetic global citizens who make a real positive difference in the world. And I think you'll agree we're well on the way to doing so. I look forward to speaking with many of you at our marquee brunch shortly. Thank you again, and have a great morning.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. This brings us to the end of our KTJ Primary Speech Day ceremony. We wish to thank Tunku Dara for joining us this morning and for presenting our prestigious awards. I would also like to thank our guest speaker, Sarah Tuan, for sharing her memories of life in primary and inspiring our learners this morning. Could I please now call upon our head prefects, Hannah and Daisy, to present a token of our appreciation to Tunku Dara and to our guest speaker, Sarah. And of course, thank you to our distinguished guests, parents, grandparents, former and current students, and friends of KTJ. Thank you for your attendance this morning and for your continuing support throughout the year. Congratulations to all of the award winners this morning, and thank you to all of the staff at KTJ who support and champion these students every day. Could I please now ask our audience to stand, and I will call upon Dr. Glenn Moody, Mr. Chris, our guest speaker, Sarah, and other distinguished guests to escort our royal guests to the dining hall area for our refreshments. Thank you. You may now be seated. Thank you again for attending our speech day for 2023. If I could please ask Miss Kelly now and the members of our student choir to firstly make their way out in preparation for their performance later today. We would also now like to cordially invite everyone to proceed to the secondary dining hall area for some refreshments. A reminder to parents that children are under the supervision of their families at this time. Please continue to use the photo booths in the auditorium foyer as you make your way. Thank you again for your support this morning, and we look forward to joining you all by the dining hall shortly. Thank you. Just one more note. We've had a pair of glass